Coach, let's start by looking back to Saturday a little bit. Christian said he got no explanation about what happened in the situation with Tim Melia. Have you been in talk with the league or pro at all about?
So we sent in a very stern report on the game, and after the game, I didn't really watch it right after the game, but I've seen all the replays now. I mean, and I heard I think Jeremiah had asked the questions to the referees right after the game, and they said it wasn't to the level of, whatever. But Melia did it because there was intent, because everybody could see that Melia was upset that Christian was in his space. The ball was already passed, and he threw him down. That's what it shows clearly on the film. So in my opinion, and look, I don't talk poorly about referees because they have a hard job, but look, that's a red card.
In your communication in that letter, was there any?
That's Craig's business. You'd have to ask him exactly what he wrote, but look, it's hard, because I know the referees don't want to change too much on the field or VAR and all that. I think VAR is healthy for our league. I think it's good. Yeah, they gotta, fix some bumps in the road and stuff like that, but overall I'm a fan. And that's where I guess I just question it a little bit, because when you're on the VAR and you see it, maybe live, maybe Ishmael didn't kind of get a feel for what was going on. But again, those are the rules, and we got to abide by the rules, and they made a decision. I might disagree with it. Our fans might disagree with it. But to me, it was clearly a red card because of the intent that Melia showed. It was retaliation.
Do you feel like any suspension was deserved?
Well, that's up for other people to decide, because now it's after the fact, and what are they going to do, really? I mean, I'll let the disciplinary committee do their job. I'll stay out of that one.
MLS did quite a bit of marketing as a result of the play, which, as you noted, at least with the yellow card, so it was a illegal play. Are you concerned that MLS is more concerned with marketing and media clout than player safety?
Well, The Rock's a pretty big superstar, so I can see why the league might have pushed that out. But again, you guys can talk to Alex or Matt or other media people. I mean, what do we want to promote? It's not my job. My job's a head coach. What I would say is that, our sport needs to have rules in place to prevent that type of behavior. I think the league should think about the message that they send with every tweet, because every tweet goes viral now. I mean, the things I'm saying right now will go viral now that Nico's here. So, words do matter. And again, I'll leave that to the experts, Mickey, at the league office. I know a lot of our fans didn't like it. A lot of the purists didn't like it. I see both sides.
Are you concerned that what they were doing will have any impact on the review of the play from the disciplinary?
You mean make it more kind of like a ha-ha joke or something? No, I have trust in the disciplinary commission. I mean, those guys are all experienced guys on that committee. And so they need to take a look at that. And again, from my vantage point, the ball was over here. Melia was upset. The intent was clear. He was just upset. He lost his mind a little bit. That stuff happens in soccer. And he threw Christian on the ground. And you can't throw players on the ground.
You or any of the players talk to Melia after the game?
No. Look, it's a big deal in many different ways, but the players will sort it out amongst themselves. I mean, Christian's over it. I'll get over it. I mean, it's just one singular play.
We're going to turn our attention now to today. We saw that Raul Diaz is back and doing some training. How's he doing?
Good. I mean, it might be a little stretch for tomorrow, but certainly Galaxy, Vancouver, those games are certainly within his. I mean, he's motivated. He's happy to be back.
And then we have to ask about Jordan Morrison.
I knew you guys would.
We have.
Jordan is still on that medical timeline that for the life of me, Jackson, I cannot move because I'm not a doctor. I think he looks ready. He believes he's ready, but he's on that medical timeline. And Nico, I mean, that one's a surprising one. I mean, he's looked very good. I'm going to go in and talk to him now. I mean, if he feels good, there might be a chance we take him. I mean, that would be, good for him, good for the team. If he feels good, he's already got clearance from his doctor. So he's a little bit different than Jordan.
This trip right here, you mentioned how Don's over what happened on Saturday. How's the vibe of the group after those two games against the Cubs?
Well, it's good because Raul came back and his music is on in the locker room, and Nico's close and Jordan's close. So, they were. I think all of us were, really felt it in here after the game, because that was an opportunity that we didn't take advantage of. Now it's a little bit more challenging. We're still in first place, barely, but now we got some work to do. So we'll see how we respond.
I mean, to that point, after a couple of unfortunate results this year, do you think the same way the Sounders kind of bounce off that Leon loss, you could kind of see them just give an extra pusher at the end?
I think that's been indicative of this squad for many, many, many years, Nico. I think we take the highs, we take the lows. I think we're a pretty consistent franchise. I think our record overall since '09 speaks to that. I think over the last 5 years, our record has spoke to that. I mean, we're pretty consistent. And so, yes, it was a gut punch. The Houston game, we dropped points. We dropped points earlier on in the year. There was a stretch of games we took 1 point out of 9 at home or something like that. So we've had those little bumps in the road, but we've always come back. And look, let's just be honest. I mean, we got 3 games to go. There might be a blip in these 3 games. But that doesn't... I still have confidence that nobody's going to want to play us in the playoffs. Home or away. Look, it'll be happy to have the home fans and the home field and all that. But I have confidence in my team home or away in the playoffs. When we get Jordan back, Nico's back, Raul's back, everybody's back, people won't want to play us.
Cristian Arango's been on a tear for LAFC.
Yeah.
Maybe a guy that has given them certain
Life.
up front.
Yeah. Very good player. Very good player from a good country.
How do you contain a nine like this? It feels like LAFC's changed a little bit of the play with him.
Yeah. Well, definitely different with Carlos. And, that's probably the direct comparison. But look, they're missing a few players, suspension, injuries, some big players. They will be a challenging team because they know that these 2 home games for them are critical. They play the last game of the year away at Colorado, so I know Bob, he's a great coach. He's going to get his team ready for this game, and then Vancouver. Plus you have a dangerous forward. We'll have our hands full. But I think we can defend well. I think we can, sometimes defending well means you can attack. And, they've given up some goals. So we'll see how the game turns out.
You definitely have a huge gambit of tools to replace Paulo today. Tomorrow. Christian, Rose,
Yeah, but we'll miss him.
players.
We'll miss him. JP's been great. But, we'll do what we always do. Next man up. We'll fill in. We've got good players. I'm not concerned about that.
You mentioned a couple minutes ago the record since '09. Your next win will be number 200 in MLS regular season play for the club's history in MLS. Does that mean anything? Fastest club to 200 of all time? Does that mean anything to you?
Well, those statistical things that people like to put out there, yes, I read them. Yes, I'm proud of them. But, that's for reflection after a season or reflection after my coaching career is done. I can reflect on the job that we've done. Right now, we're focused on 3 games left. We want to win all 3. We want to stay first in the West. Those are our immediate objectives.